until those parties and individuals that are responsible for this behavior come forth and humble yourself on your knees. On your knees. On your knees. Do you see me? I am the queen of Egypt. I am the queen of ancient Kemet. Do you see me? On your knees.
The FBI, Twitter files, and so much more. It's all been a battle of disinformation, one thing after the other, and all to protect the radical left misfits. It's also no coincidence that these charges against me came down the very same day. Evidence revealed Joe Biden took a $5 million bribe from Ukraine. Took a $5 million bribe. But the FBI and the Justice Department don't even want to talk about it. They showed something on television tonight. It had zero time on the three major networks, zero. But my impeachment had almost all the time. I think I had 351 minutes. They had no minutes. Okay? I think a lot of people are going to vote. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to vote. I will tell you, I just left Miami, and I've never seen love in the streets like that. I've never seen it. We've seen a lot of love. I've never seen love like that, because they know what we all go through. They know what we've gone through, and they see it, and they're smart. And, you know, many of those people coming from Cuba, Venezuela, other countries, they've seen this happening to their countries. I used to say that the United States, if it keeps going this way, it's going to be Venezuela on steroids. And now we're buying oil from Venezuela. Can you believe it? We have more liquid gold under our feet than any other nation, but we're buying tar from Venezuela, and we're refining it in Houston, the dirtiest, worst oil probably anywhere in the world, and we're refining it. So you can imagine what's going up in the air, and our beautiful stuff we're not taking out of the ground and making a lot of money and paying off debt and reducing taxes still further, which we were in the process of doing. They want to distract from the real espionage and the real crime, so let's use President Trump to do so. Let's go out and let's indict President Trump so they don't talk about the $5 million bribe. Just yesterday, Senator Grassley revealed that the Burisma executive who allegedly paid the bribe reportedly has Crooked Joe on tape. They have 17 tapes, I understand. He must be a nice guy to deal with, right? The guy from Burisma, nice company. They got him and Hunter on 17 different tapes, supposedly. But the FBI isn't showing them. Remember, they impeached me for asking a simple question about Biden's corrupt dealings in Ukraine, and now they see that once again I was right. I was totally right.
Okay, stop right there. Biden's corrupt dealings in Ukraine. So I must say this because, again, they illegally shut down my channel. I had over 1,000 videos, and I did do a video on Vladimir Putin. Okay, I did a reaction video to one very important interview that Vladimir Putin had with this journalist. He looked like he was probably in his late 30s or early 40s. Excuse me. And this was right before he waged war against Ukraine. So we're talking like in the end of January, the beginning of February 2022. And in that video, I listened very closely. It was a very powerful video that he did. And he was there explaining to this man what the beef was about, why he was so nerved and ticked off and angry. And when I heard his position and the things that he was saying, I said, see, now they're going to try to make him into a monster. And I'm not saying that he is an angel with wings. I don't know him personally. But based off of, what we've all seen worldwide, we can conclude, even a 2-year-old could conclude that, no, he's probably not an angel. I'm not saying that Vladimir Putin is an angel, but neither is Vladimir Zelensky. And look, both of them are named Vladimir. My bad. So Vladimir Putin his name is Vladimir. The other V guy, his name is Vladimir. So it sounds similar, but I think that's how you pronounce the president of Ukraine, Vladimir. So correction, their names sound similar, but they're pronounced differently. So just a slight difference, Vladimir and Vladimir. Okay, we'll get that part right. That part. Okay, pardon me. So neither one of them are angels. They're both military men. Military is what military is, beloveds. Military is about warfare. That's what it's about. And you know what, beloveds? As gruesome and grimy and scary and ugly that war and warfare is, and the devastation that it leaves behind in society, there really is no way at this point in the earth to cohabitate in the earth without a military, unless we really literally, and I mean hands down literally, went back to ancient Africa. Culture and traditions. Ancient Kemet. Before the colonizers, before the warmongers, the bandits, the carpetbaggers, the thugs, the criminals showed up. Before then, when the world was peaceful, and there were all different types of people in the world then as well. And we didn't have militaries back then. Not the kind with warfare and bombs and things like we have today, and chemical warfare. We did not have that. They may have had some swords or whatever, okay, some knives, some stones, or, the animals jumped in there as well and put a smack down on your ass. But, it was nothing like today. So, however, Vladimir Putin is a man who feels betrayed and feels ignored, or he is a man who has been betrayed and was ignored and ostracized by, ostracized by his colleagues when it mattered the most, matters of politics and the sovereignty and safety of the Kremlin, the Russian Federation, the Russian government, all of Russia. And here we have now Donald Trump letting us know that, oh, by the way, Joe Biden's illegal involvement in the Ukrainian war. So even though many people will have every single right to feel whatever emotions they feel towards Vladimir Putin, the fact that he has He's the commander in chief, and when you are the commander in chief, that means it comes with a job description. And if war is called and you declare war, war is what war is, okay? Good, bad, or in between, it is what it is. And when you go to war, lives are lost. That's how war works. That's how the military works. You know, I know it doesn't sound pretty, it sounds sad, it sounds unfair, but it is the way the military works, and when wars happen, people die. So I can totally understand anyone who has lost a loved one on both sides in this dispute. But me being a goddess, a queen, a chosen being to speak the truth regardless of the circumstances, I have to say this and go on record. We have to be fair. Okay? That is his truths, and if no one can refute it and say, no, we listened. When he was trying to speak to us, we gave him an opportunity. We investigated his allegations or things that he felt tight about, that he felt he was being treated unfairly, and they were jeopardizing the safety and the sovereignty and safety of Russia or whatever. See, you have to be able to prove that. And so when I heard the interview, I'm like, okay, you know, it sounds familiar because black people, we've experienced that, most of us, all of our life, being ignored. When we're talking about, well, this is how they treated me during my surgeries, you know, in the medical facilities there in America, and now I've been permanently injured and my stomach is maimed. And I have back problems as a result of what they did and a compromised immune system, amongst many other issues going on in my body. When we mention stuff like that, no one wants to hear it. When we mention, but wait a minute, my mother's buildings were stolen. In the city of New York, Brooklyn to be exact. 2 storefront multi-unit properties, one in Bedford-Stuyvesant and one in Bushwick. Can someone go and investigate it so that you can shut me up? Because I want you to be able to shut me up and make me into a person that is untruthful and is not being honest or telling the truth. Because me, I'm open for the truth or not. I'm open for whatever the truth is, whether the truth is against me or whether it is on my side. But when you shut people down and you don't even give a chance to investigate their allegations, the reason why they're angry, the reason why they feel tight or resistance or distant themselves from this one or that one, you should do your investigations. Okay? So now here it is. You have Donald Trump backing up what we can say is, well, there's been other things that have popped up that's been said, so this would fit right in with that. Absolutely. So Joe Biden has been involved in assisting Vladimir Zelensky in his quest and warfare to conquer or whatever against Russia. And I read the other day this new individual that they have that has come into the war and has done some serious damage to Russia. Forget the person's name. I know you all that are on top of all current events, you know who I'm talking about. This is a recent individual, high-ranking person with a lot of money, white from, I think, Ukraine, but he's on the opposing side of Vladimir Putin. And in that, what I read, somebody put in quotes, Vladimir Putin is hated by everyone in the world. Why put out such propaganda and scandal and slander and libel? Okay, because how does what he's done make Vladimir Zelensky better? Vladimir Zelensky gave the orders to pop off on the missiles as well. And trust and believe, hundreds and thousands of Russian people are dead. Innocent people, innocent women and children, babies, elderly people, soldiers, you name it, the run of the gamut. So it's both sides. So why put out there Vladimir Putin is the whole world wants him dead? See? Like, I don't know, family. Anyway, listeners, okay, make it make sense. Okay, if we're truly about trying to bring about world peace, we're going to have to answer the tough questions, because we have questions. We have questions. We have questions.